today we are in a kindergarten classroom and we are going to introduce the art tools that we'll be using throughout the year. So, so we're going to go and show, and you guys can follow along as we demonstrate each tool.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Keaton.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Kendra. All right, so as I say, we don't necessarily have enough tools for everyone to have their own set. So it's really important to share with your table mate or anyone around you. Like if you're done cutting up your piece of paper, you're going to hand it to your friend and say, oh, here, I noticed you didn't have any, so borrow mine. Same thing goes with the glue and the colored pencils and the crayons. So it's really important to just make sure you're sharing all your tools.
Okay, so first we're going to talk about crayons and colored pencils. So crayons are great because they are a mess-free tool, and you can use them until the very end. Be careful because they could break in half, so you have to be gentle with crayons. It's not the end of the world. You could, if it breaks in half, you can still use each half. But first, go ahead and draw a shape on your number 1 piece of paper. We're going to save number 2 for the end. So I'm going to draw a heart, but you can draw any shape that you want and make it big on your paper. And with crayons, the harder you push, the more bold the color is. So it's up to you how bold you want to make it. And the lighter it is, the lighter the shade of color. So. So here's my heart. Does anyone need help? If it breaks, that's okay. You can still use the other end or pick up a new one.
Is the spiral a shape?
No, that's
I can turn it into a
you want to
circle.
be able to. You want it to have a center. So make sure that whatever your shape is, that it connects. Okay, so after that, I'm going to talk about colored pencils. Colored pencils are great because they can easily be sharpened, and that way you can have finer shapes or finer lines if you want. I really like colored pencils as well because you can get all different shades with the different options that you have. And so go ahead and make some smaller shapes within your big shape. So I'm going to do polka dots, so I'm just going to do some circles. And you can use multiple colors if you want. So I'm going to color mine in. And my pencil broke. Does anyone know what to do if your pencil breaks?
Sharpen it.
Sharpen it. Good job. So we'll always have a sharpener in class if you need it. And like I said, you can go ahead and color in the shapes within your shape if you want, or feel free to do whatever you want with your picture.
Do you have a favorite shape? I like circles. You like circles? I can tell. I like circles too.
I like
So here's my sample. But you guys can take your time, and next we're going to move on to another tool. Did anyone have any questions about colored pencils or crayons? I didn't mention you can also sharpen crayons on some crayon boxes. There's a sharpener, so you can do that as well.
All right, so up next we have some watercolors. They're the little tools that are here in the pans. Let me show you mine. They look just like this. We have all the colors of the rainbow. And watercolors are a lot of fun because you can paint, and painting is a lot of fun. But with watercolors, it's not as messy. And the really nice thing about watercolors is you can make different colors. Like you can mix, you can mix red and yellow to get orange. So that's a lot of fun. But with watercolors, one of the most important tips I can give you guys is you have to wet your paintbrush before you use it, or it's just not going to work. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to paint the inside of the heart, And you guys, I want you to follow along with me and paint the inside of your shape any color you want. I think I'm gonna do blue. I'm trying to do blue, but it's not working for me. Does anyone know why I can't get the blue on?
Did you
Put
get your
water on your
paintbrush wet?
paintbrush.
I'm supposed to get my paintbrush wet, huh? You
Yep.
guys are so smart. So you just, you swirl it around in there, get lots of color, and then you can paint. And the more you get your paintbrush wet, the lighter the color is going to be.
Does anybody need help?
Can I do multiple colors?
Yes, you
Of
can
course
do
you can
multiple
do
colors. You
colors.
can play around, you can blend the colors.
And when you switch colors, just make sure you dip your paintbrush back into water and clean it off.
Hot water.
Thank you.
Make sure you put some paint on the inside of
Oh,
it.
what?
The whole thing.
Does anyone want to show me? Let's see. Do you want to try making a new color? Do you know how to make a new color? Yeah?
We can do it.
You can do that.
How do I make green?
How do you make green? You mix
There's a green
blue.
in there. Maybe he wants a different
Nice to our
shade of
friends.
green.
Blue and yellow together.
Am I?
And you can use the plastic card to mix your colors if you want, the lid of it.
Right.
Pretty green? Wow, that is a pretty green. Wow, that is beautiful. That looks so good.
Awesome.
How are you guys doing down here? So good. That is good.
See that? She liked my green.
She did. That's a great green. Ready, Matt. Good color.
Good thing this is.
Any questions about the paint or is it going smooth?
Why does it take so long?
You just gotta use a lot of water.
Yeah.
This is just a lesson, but when we use them in the classroom, you'll have more time.
And one more thing I want to talk about is how you guys treat your paintbrushes. Because you're not going to have your own paintbrush forever. You're going to have to share, like we said in the beginning. So when you paint, you want to make sure you're nice and gentle with it. You just swirl it around, and you don't want to stab the paintbrush down onto your paper. You want to be nice and gentle with even strokes. So no stabbing, because it'll ruin the bristles.
Okay.
All right, so now that we're done talking about watercolors, I think let's move on to another tool.
So next we have scissors. So in order to use scissors, you can cut out whatever shape you want. So we're going to, for us, we're going to cut out this heart shape, and just make sure you follow the line. And so it's like your scissors are a car, and this line is your road. So like when you play with your little cars, if you do that, it's like that with the line. And when you're walking around with your scissors, do not run with them because you could hurt yourself. And when you carry them, hold on to the handle and the metal part instead of the scissors. And also, if you're giving away your scissors, you have to also hold on to the tip so that they can receive it. So you're not,
You don't want to stab your friend.
yeah.
Don't stop your friend.
Safety, yep, safety is important when you use the scissors. And you can go nice and slow, but cut around the edge of your shape.
I've done this before.
Is that kitty?
What can you do? I tried. Her children doesn't like it though. No.
And remember sharing, because we don't have enough scissors, so once you're done, give it to your classmate.
Please, thank you.
Fastest cutter I've ever seen.
Yeah, and when you're done, say for you. Otherwise, this contract doesn't do much.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's his art. I'm sure he loves it.
It's just a
Triangle is the best.
Are you done with your triangle? All right, you got your friends. Nope, nope.
I don't know, something.
There you go. Oh, she doesn't want yours, but there's okay.
That is such a good shape.
Okay, so it looks like everyone's almost finishing up.
Holding them wrong.
Yeah, you're all bringing them up dangerous.
Nope, she's almost done. She's got a bigger shape.
Just like that, see? That's perfect. Good job.
I would. Oh, thank you for giving me your heart, Kendra. Is everybody done cutting their shape out? No. Oh, okay.
You need any help?
Okay. So now we're going to talk about glue. And we have two different kinds of glue. So we have stick glue and we have liquid glue. So you guys can use whichever one you want, but you're going to take your shape that you cut out, and then you're going to use the glue and stick your shape to the paper that's labeled number 2. And glue goes on your paper and not in your mouths. So don't eat your glue.
Yeah.
Did you get any glue?
Well, if you don't have a tool and your friend does, make sure you use nice, polite words like, "Can I please use this?" and then make sure you give it back.
You guys want stick glue?
I'll take it.
Beautiful.
Oh, boy.
You don't want to use too much glue, because then it'll get all over your table and all over your hand. So be sure to just use the right amount. Oh no. You'll have to ask your friend to share.
Because this is an idea. The table's a much better place to do this than on top of the recycling.
You might.
You want glue sticks?
Yeah, I tried.
It looks like a fruit.
It's just a sphere.
Yeah,
Taking my shot.
Okay, does anyone have any questions about the tools that we used today?
Am I allowed to eat the glue?
You're not allowed to eat the glue.
Is glue a food? Does anyone know if glue's a food? Does your mom serve you glue for dinner?
Doesn't need soil to grow.
Does it need soil to grow? We can't eat glue, it's not good for
All right, so everyone hold up your pictures and show the class. Beautiful.
Does anyone want to talk
Awesome.
about their art that they made?
Can we have a volunteer, please? Yeah, go ahead and stand up.
So everyone can see you.
So mine represents the wealth gap in capitalism, as you can see represented by the triangles.
Wow.
I won't elaborate any more than that though.
Well, that's
Good.
beautiful.
We love
I'm
it.
really proud that you know all of that as a kindergarten.
Watch, watch some things.
Are you next? Go right ahead.
Okay, this is my cat. I drew these shapes because I wanted to, and I really like glue, so I speckled everything blue.
What was your favorite tool that you used today?
Well, that's a great question. I really like watercolor because it's vibrant, like my soul.
Good, yes, good job. That's a beautiful
What's your
picture.
cat's name?
Jonathan.
That's a
Anyone
lovely
else
name.
want to share?
Thank you.
Okay, good work, everyone. So with the paintbrushes, how you clean them off is just by dipping them in the water, and then you can set them to the side.
And if you have a paper towel, try to dry off your paintbrush with that so you don't get water everywhere.
Just hoping for the best. It's almost
All right.
Sometimes the
Kahoot game we're gonna play. So the winner of the Kahoot will be able to take home some of the art supplies they used today. So it's very serious, so you take this game pretty seriously.
All right, so everyone go to the computer. We have Kahoot set up, but you'll have to enter in the code.
All right, so if anyone needs help putting in the code, just go ahead and raise your hand and we'll come around.
Setting our beautiful
All right, now you put a name in.
All right, does anyone need help?
super kid Carl. Way to be creative.
These are some of your names. I think that's everyone.
Is that everybody? Everybody signed in? Okay.
Good. All right, you guys ready? All right, what tool must be wet in order to use it? We have crayons, glue, watercolor, and scissors.
It's like a visual delay when you're way back here.
All right, one more. Oh,
All right, the
perfect.
answer is watercolor. You have to make sure you get your paintbrush wet before you go to dip in the pan. All right, next. Who is George or Binks? You are doing awesome.
Good
Way to
job.
go.
And remember, the winner does get to take home art supplies.
So how can we get two pieces of paper to stick together? Glue, magic. You guys are fast. I can't even read.
They want those art supplies.
Who answered magic? You guys are so silly. All right. What tool can be sharpened to be used again? We have bananas, colored pencils, markers, and paintbrushes. The answer is a colored pencil. If you break it, you can always resharpen it to use it again. All right. Wow. you guys
Cannot
are
sharpen
doing
a
good.
paintbrush, unfortunately.
You guys are doing good. All right. What is the best way to hand your friends scissors? Magic. Throw them carefully with the handle or tell them to get their own. All right, you guys, carefully. You don't want to stab your friends, and you want to make sure you share, so you don't want to tell them to get their own.
And don't throw
So
them.
don't throw them, because you will hurt your friends that way. All right, last question. Sharing is, it's going to be fill in the blank. Sharing is staring, scaring, magic, or caring. The correct answer is caring.
I can see why you think it was magic.
Because sharing is a little magical. It's really good to share with your friends. I don't know about scaring. I think it's a good idea to share. All right, so the winner is
Hi.
By 1 point.
1 point. Oh, you're right. All right, Ty. What kind of art tool would you like to take home with you today? Can I get paint? Of course you can get paint. It's yours. Awesome. All right, guys. Does anyone
And-
have any questions before we wrap this up? No?
Okay, be sure to take your pictures home and show your parents and tell them what you learned today.
Put them on the fridge and look at it always.
And thank you guys so much for sharing with your friends and following our directions.